Mercury retrograde, the classic
Retrograde.
Mercury. It's also,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And this is a Mercury
so
retrograde on steroids also with the changing from Sagittarius to
uh,
Scorpio, right?
yeah, so yeah, it's still in Sagittarius. It's gonna go in Scorpio. I was gonna talk about it because this week, on Tuesday, 10:20 p.m. Eastern time, he's retrograding back to Scorpio. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sorry. Only
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you can't see me nod my head. You
yeah.
can't hear the rocks moving around up there. You can't hear the loose nuts and
this
bolts
is
moving
this
around.
is gonna be one of those days.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, actually, it's good because so you talk through. We'll wait till after you finish going over the week. Go through the week stuff like you normally do.
okay,
You know
okay.
and then we can have our talk about other stuff. You know what I mean?
Life, about
Yeah.
life. Yes, I'll
About
share some
life.
life.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, I'll
Yeah.
share some life stories. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
tomorrow we are entering the balsamic moon phase in Libra. So we're gonna have balsamic moon in Libra. It's excellent and great to contemplate about relationships. Interestingly, Venus is in Scorpio, and she's the ruler of this moon, the balsamic moon. So I think we might even be more focused on finances and shared resources and what kind of deep bonds are we having with others. So this balsamic moon will have a flavor of that. It's actually a nice moon. So this weekend, I think it's going to be a lovely weekend. So the moon, she is going into Libra around 4:33 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning. And trine to Pluto, sextile to Mercury and Mars, lovely. So I think it's going to be on Sunday. The moon doesn't make any aspects, so it's like a quiet day. But then she's gonna square Jupiter on Monday morning. But nevertheless, it's Jupiter, so I like it. Also, Vesta, and
Oh,
I know
Vesta.
you have
I have a
little
cat
Vesta at
named. My
home.
cat's name's
Yeah,
Vesta. Yeah.
yeah, your little Vesta. So Vesta is entering Capricorn tomorrow morning at 5. So she's gonna be there for a few months in Capricorn. Vesta in Capricorn, I think this is how, Vesta is about our devotion, where our heart
Yes.
is. It's like, I always think about those women, back in the day
The
when
Vestal Virgins. The Vestal Virgins. Yes.
yeah, the men went to the with the army to fight the wars, and they were
Right.
at home making sure there is food waiting and warm
Yes. Yeah.
fire, because you never know where they're going to return.
Right.
When they
Mm-hmm.
return, the soldiers need to have food and shelter and warmth, right? So,
Yes. Yeah.
but they were devoted to that. So
They were.
imagine they
Yeah.
didn't know when they're coming, are they coming, but they still had this hope
Yes.
and faith, and they kept everything as normal. So that's
Yeah.
Vesta.
They kept the home
Uh,
fires burning. You know that? No,
yeah,
there's a slogan at an old commercial here. We'll leave a light on for you at a hotel, and I think to me they left the light on for everyone.
that's
They left the
Vesta.
light on.
Yeah,
That's Vesta.
so that devotion, that heart, the love, the heart, and anyway. So
Yes. Yeah.
when she's in Capricorn, she's determined, right?
Hey,
So
Marita.
I think our whatever we set our heart to, like wherever, like it's like our spiritual mission in a sense, right? Imagine
Mm.
like your inner, like faith mission of faith, let's say, like
Okay.
it's having faith that things are gonna work out, but we need to do this. So in Capricorn, she's determined to do things. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes in the next few months.
Nice.
But that's an interesting thing tomorrow. And yes, Venus is going to square Pallas tomorrow. So a lot of strategic thinking regarding our finances and budgets, and in general, our money
Mm.
situation might occur. They're both, Aquarius and Scorpio. So it's about, Scorpio, it's about power in general, and Aquarius, like they have the same kind of a mission of accomplishing something bigger and having control, and wanting to do things that stay, right? They're fixed signs. So maybe strategies about, maybe you want to just because it's a balsamic moon when you want to do your finances or something. That's the weekend, nothing major. And then the Monday comes. I mean, it's a nice weekend, and it's a nice Monday, more or less. So we're going to have grand trines the whole next week, and they're going to change. So how are they changing?
Okay, before you do that, can you go over the Grand Trine when it
Yes,
starts, and
yes,
give a little brief what it means, because not everyone is up
yes,
on
that's
astrology.
right. That's right. So we have a grand water trines next week
Okay.
with different setup, a little bit different setup.
Yeah.
Grand trines are easy flow of energy, let's say. It's something that we do with ease, that comes with ease, good or bad. Usually it's good because, trine is like, it's like a holy, like a trinity, right? So it has this
Yes.
meaning of something, of divinity in a sense. That's why they are kind of blessed, the trines. In water, so imagine being kind and compassionate without even trying. This is the water. Being artistic without trying.
Right.
Being more sensitive to others. Being more, willing to help. More emotional. More protective, right? Going maybe, So there's a lot of things. So we are going to be definitely feeling things with more depth. It's absolutely great time to use your intuition and to practice your intuition with these grand trines, because it's going to be easier. It's going to be much easier to hear your inner voice next week.
Right.
So follow your inner voice, much easier. So the first grand water trine is happening. So there's Sun in Scorpio on one hand, Jupiter in Cancer on the other, and Saturn and Neptune in Pisces on the third. So we have as we mentioned, the Saturn-Neptune dance the whole year is about dissolving the structures and also giving our dreams some foundations on the other side, right? It could be both ways. Jupiter in Cancer is now retrograde, so we are going back. So we are, and Saturn and Neptune are also retrograde. So
That's right. Yes, that's Saturn and Neptune, right. I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, so we are all going to go back to some old things coming up. Mercury, there's a lot of retrogrades at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Right, Mercury.
Yeah.
I think only Pluto, Mars, and Venus are not. So,
Right.
so that means that we are going back. Especially, I think with Jupiter in Cancer, it's about our families, about our history, about our roots and ancestry. There will be some emotion, some family situation coming up. Absolutely. And it's going to be, coming to the surface. So this is the first trine. The second trine will occur when Mercury retrogrades back to Scorpio. So first we have Sun in Scorpio, then Sun moves on, and then
Sun in Scorpio. What day is Sun in Scorpio? Sun in Scorpio is on the 20th.
so on Monday, on the 17th, we're going to have this grand water trine with the Sun, and then yes, and then on next Saturday we're going to have the same water trine, because the Sun is then going to be in Sagittarius already, because the Sun moves signs on next Friday, goes to Sagittarius. But then the grand trine is going to be with Mercury. We're still going to have Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, then Mercury instead of the Sun. Right? So,
yes.
So that's going to be the different flavor. So the Sun is, with the Sun, it's like seeing our path, and it's the shining light. I think it's going to be much stronger in Sun, because with the Sun, the grand trine, because it's about our life force is in it.
Right.
With Mercury, it's more about emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Next week. So it's going to be more about emotional intelligence. I think so. The weekend is very nice, and then Monday is nice, but then as we approach the new moon.
You said that last week. I could tell you had some trepidation about the new moon. So go ahead, we're ready.
Yeah. So think about this weekend and Monday like a flow of energy. On Monday as well, we have Mercury and Pluto again sextile. So our mind is going to be more like deep research. Like it's going to be very very interesting.
Yeah.
Moon is changing sign. into Scorpio on Monday, because the new moon is going to be the last degree. So we're going to have 2 days of Scorpio before the new moon, actually, in
Yes,
Scorpio.
28 degrees, 11 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be at the end. So moon is over. So moon is gonna. So the moon is gonna square Pluto then on Monday as well. So that's gonna be.
Oh, oh, I
We
didn't know
have
that. Okay.
we have this interesting dynamic. Like we have two different energies in the sky. We have this beautiful water, but
Mm-hmm.
everything else is kind of harsh. So we
Yeah.
have this water trines that are helping us deal with our emotions and
Right.
helping us, facing some things from the past, or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, but I think in general, it should give us more compassion and kindness, not just towards others, but towards ourselves, and just giving ourselves a little bit of slack. It's not always about thinking of working or doing. It's about sometimes it's just about feeling, just
Okay.
feeling the feels. And this
Mm-hmm.
next week is
Mm-hmm.
about feeling the feels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
it can be intense feels, but it's going to be about, yeah, it's going to be intense feels sometimes, but it's going to be about feeling the feels. Yeah.
So I don't have as much let me say recognition of. I know a full moon in Scorpio. I know it could be tough. Full moons in Scorpio are not easy things typically, but I'm not. I can't say that I could recall what a new moon in Scorpio would feel like.
This one is wild because it's opposite Uranus.
Oh,
That's why.
okay,
That's
all
why
right,
we had the full moon
okay,
with Uranus, and now we
yes,
have the new moon with Uranus. So
okay.
that
Enough said. Got it. Got it. Ah,
right. So
okay.
that's why we're getting Uranus again. So and it's the last degree, the energetic
Oh,
degree. So
yes.
it's expect the unexpected again, right? It's going to
Mm-hmm.
shake us up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Usually new moons in Scorpios are excellent for setting new budgets for a year, or doing
Got it.
your financial
Yeah.
plans, like
Yes.
how you want to, maybe you want to cut some costs next year, maybe you want to invest
Mm-hmm.
some money, maybe you want to do something. People usually don't take time to take actually your finances seriously. I know
Yes.
lots of people struggle paycheck to paycheck. I get it. I understand.
Right.
But maybe there is a way. Maybe you can look at for grants or support. There's. I know.
And just to cut the waste. I know me personally. I
Yeah.
realized
Yeah.
I've subscribed to things that I'm not using. So I'm
Yes.
looking at things that I don't need. I might have liked them a few years ago, forgot about them, cut it off. You know what I mean? Just sort of
Exactly.
like I'm paring things down because we're having a tough economic,
Yeah.
among other things, and especially in this
Yeah.
country. So it's time to look at
Yeah.
stuff and see what you don't need, and
Yeah.
and really, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can buy things online that are second hand or something. There's many things on Facebook markets or stuff. You don't have to buy new. Like for example,
Yeah,
if you're
thrift
doing
stores are
something,
good. Thrift,
right?
thrift stores. Thrift. I love thrift
Yeah, yeah,
stores
yeah.
for
Right.
things.
So if you
Mm-hmm.
wanna, beautify your life, there's many different ways you can do it on a
Yeah.
budget as well. So
Mm-hmm.
thinking about like Scorpio moon is about that. Also, it's about who can you trust in your life. New
Yes.
moons and setting intentions. What kind of
Yeah.
people you want in your life, that because we have a lot of acquaintances, we have some friends, but you actually have just a few people in your life that you have a deep, intimate relationship with, right?
Yeah.
It,
Yes. The right.
it's not,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are
Mm-hmm.
the people who can, you can put them in your hand, right? Most others are just, so think about those people. Think about that's setting intentions. Oh, I like this. Connie says, I always ask myself, is this a need or a want? I like that. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
can.
Mm-hmm.
Nice way
Yes.
to decluttering. Need,
Yes.
want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have holidays coming up. It's always good to donate something you don't use, because somebody else might need it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So I always like to circle. It's good for energy to
Mm-hmm.
give away something. When I buy something new, I always give something all the way, at least one thing. I have this for years now. It keeps me happy, because I know, oh, I got this, because it just helps you with the flow of energy,
Right.
and giving and receiving, and that's kind of one of my philosophies. I always like when I get
I
something
like
new.
that. That's very good philosophy.
because is it want or need? If I have something new, I don't need an old thing or whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, it's a good thing to think about. What else is happening? Oh yeah, let's talk about this new moon in more detail. Okay, so it's happening on November 20th,
You mentioned that,
1:47.
Connie.
Oh, animals shelters. Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah, for
I was going to
yeah.
let you go. You go ahead now,
It's
then we'll
okay.
bring those questions in because that's a good one. That and baby
Yeah.
food because of stuff we're having in this country right now. So go ahead.
Oh yeah. I know you have the
Hmm.
food thing situation.
Yeah,
That's not good.
yeah.
Oh boy. So new moon, November 20th, 1:47 a.m. Eastern time at 28 degrees 12 or 11 minutes Scorpio. So fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leos, Scorpios, and Aquarius, are more affected, and those
Hey,
of
Marita.
you who have placements between 26 and 29 of fixed signs. So if you have anything in your chart, angles, planets, that's going to be more affected. The lunar family. So this new moon, with the full moon for this is going to be May 2027. So whatever you start now, you might see the results in May 2027.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Combination. Hmm.
Oh, I want to mention this. I didn't know this, but Steve Judd mentioned this, and I just want to repeat this in one of his videos, because Uranus is at 29 degrees Taurus. He says that I don't know where he got it from tradition, somewhere, that they say that the 29 degrees of Taurus is the degree of blindness. So, I'm thinking,
And he
because
means
he
that
says that.
blindness affects, that you don't see vision
Yeah,
flunking,
physically. Yeah, so he says
physical.
that
Okay.
people, yeah, so people who say, he says that people who have 29 degrees of Taurus, sometimes the moon or the sun, usually wear glasses from early age or something. Anyway, but
Hmm.
I was thinking, if this is the degree of blindness, and this is
Yeah.
opposing the new moon, then we might be blind to something, and we cannot see that is important for us to set intentions in the right way. So maybe there's some kind
Right.
of blind, like that's what I was thinking, because it's directly opposite. So not only is it going to shake us up, it's because of, maybe it's like a distraction. That's what I'm thinking.
Hmm. Hmm.
When you have distractions we talk about it, politicians do it all the time.
Yeah.
They make a distraction, diversion
Yes.
from
Yes.
something. So I
Hmm.
think this is going to be about that in our
Oh
personal lives as well. That's just my feeling. That's how I kind of
no, that sounds yeah. Hmm.
had a thought, because it's an energetic degree. It's the last one. It's always more potent
Right.
and powerful,
Hmm.
and so be very careful. So what I'm thinking is that how can we set intentions for something if we are distracted, if we don't have the information, right? Remember, Neptune is also at the last degree of Pisces. So
What is
there's
say that
another
again? What's
Neptune,
Neptune? Right. Okay.
right?
Hmm.
He's again 29 Pisces. So it's another analytic degree
Yeah, I forgot we had all
of
those anoretic. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, right? So
Hmm. Hmm.
because Uranus and Neptune are going to have soon, they're going to have exact sextile again, right? They
Yeah.
have this,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
so I'm thinking Neptune last degree. So Neptune 29 degrees is also about, uh, you know, just not seeing the reality and flowing into the
Hmm.
imagination.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
we have the escapism on one hand, and on the other hand, we have distraction from and diversion. So how can we function in the real world? So that's why and all these water trines, we are overly emotional. We're making so. Please be careful in that sense that don't take it for real. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's a slow down and cautious because this can overtake you or make you run away too fast with a relationship, with a
Yeah,
project.
yeah.
Um, but also in your intentional space when you're meditating, it's good to ask the
Mm-hmm.
universe to ask your guides or whoever you call
Mm-hmm.
on to say, help me to see those things that perhaps maybe I have blind spot to, whether it's a relationship with a person, Am I acting
Mm,
under an illusion? Because oftentimes, if we make those asks
mm,
or those requests from our ourself to our guides, you'll get the answer. You may get in your dream
mm.
space. You may get a sense,
Yep.
but you have to actually ask them to show me that. I
Show
think
me.
I may be missing something here because there's a lot of stuff. So help me to see, show me, give me a sign or something.
See, I like that. Help me see.
Help me
Because this
see.
is, see the degree of blindness, help me see. That's a good one. Because I don't
Hmm.
think we are going to be able to see it. I think collectively and personally, we are kind of,
Yes.
there's a cloud, there's fog, there is
Right.
distraction. But this Uranus is kind of telling us there's going to be some kind of radical change. Some big changes are coming,
Yeah, they
because
sure are.
this, this whatever. Watch the news, watch
Yo,
or
yeah.
see what's happening exactly around these days, because I think this is going to be have a radical change. Like it's going to have
Hmm.
a lots of changes
Hmm.
later. Like it's going to be, it's dynamic, right? There's
Yes.
this kite in the sky because we have this water trine and we have the little talent, mini talent
Many
trine as
talents.
well.
Yeah.
So there is a kite with Jupiter on one side and Pluto on the other.
Okay.
Uh, th-
Okay.
so there's a lot of things happening, to be honest. And
Yeah. There. Yeah. 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 There's a lot of things.
uh, I was listening to who was it? Penny Thornton as well, and she said that it's
Yes.
interesting that Venus and Mars are actually unaspected completely
Oh,
for this lunation.
yeah. Interesting.
So we have the big boys, as I
The
call
big
the outer
boys. Yeah. The
planets.
outer planets. Yeah. They're the
Yeah,
ones saying. Yeah. They're ruling the roost right now. Hmm.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
very active.
Hmm. Hmm.
But on a personal level, so that means that this is going to be more of a collective, I think,
Yes.
happenings,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So collective
Absolutely.
happenings. Yeah.
Good.
So I
Yeah.
think it's very interesting to see.
Hmm.
Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter is always sometimes can promise more than he can deliver. So
That's a very good point, Jasmina. Yeah.
it's always had that in mind. And
Hmm.
in Cancer, he's more on a protective side, right? So
Yes.
he's probably protecting us from something, not per se giving us something. He's a part of this grand trine, but you know, um, a very interesting new moon. I, with Uranus, you never know how you're gonna get it, what's gonna happen. But I think this is like a final rodeo
Yeah.
before all the signs go direct, and then they don't go back to these signs
Hey,
anymore,
Mitchell. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
next year, after they go direct, Uranus is not going back to Taurus, Saturn and Neptune are not going back to Pisces. So we're going to have this is like a last rodeo.
Right.
I'm thinking if we can just collectively get in tuned, it would be a great if we could be a part of like a world meditation. I think
Hmm.
Pam Gregory does that sometimes, but I
She
think this
does.
I think this is a good opportunity to have that, because with this grand water trine, I think we can get in tune more into each other, and bring some collective compassion and kindness into the world, right?
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
Scorpio is intense. Maybe we need it. We need intense compassion. We need intense kindness. We need
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
like we
Yeah.
need that. And anyway, just a thought.
Yeah. No, it's
Um,
a good thought. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Give me a thought there. Go ahead. Hmm.
Yeah, no, no, go ahead. So tell me the questions, and I'll go. I have. I'm going to go over the week one a little bit in more detail. Any questions? You said there were some
Let's
questions.
see. Yeah, there was one. Or someone mentioned, I like what Connie said, like turning a blind eye to something that there is,
Mm-hmm.
but you may not want to admit it. Yeah, and this is something. This is right now. I think this
Oh
energy is
yeah.
helping us to. I was something came up to that effect, Connie, and for me, and I said, oh, something I read, and I said, oh, how many times do we actually put up a blind eye? It's right there, but we're like,
Yeah.
I don't see you, so I don't have to deal with you. And it's saying, come on, come
I'm
on. That's this deal, you know?
Yeah. Putting things under the carpet, as we
Yes,
say.
under the
Yeah.
carpet. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that putting things under the carpet actually takes some action.
It does take some, yeah.
Putting a blend, like having a blind eye doesn't have any action. You just do this.
Yes.
It's, so this is less work.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
one thing
So
I wanted to mention too before we go, and Connie
mhm,
mentioned, which is true about when we give right now. I mean, and right, this is the time of year. Plus, because we're going to that time of year that which is more darkness, is to give. When you give, make sure you give to those to the shelters for animals. See what they
mhm,
need, whether you want to give something self or give money, and also a lot of shelters for humans or food banks need things for kids. They need things for
mhm.
babies, and and young people, and it's just sort of things I don't forget. I give canned goods, but I forget
Yeah.
that somehow someone may need sanitary napkins. They may need cat food. I have
Oh
cats. Why
yeah.
not give it a bag of cat food? Give it back a bag of. So just I'm just trying to say for those who can spare something. We need to probably just expand our horizons on what we're offering and
Yeah.
stuff.
I
Or
always
I can't imagine they
yeah.
don't have a list of it, but that's a very
So
good
that
point, Connie. Thank you for that.
yeah. Since I became a mom, I always do diapers and wipes. I just feel
See,
that,
exactly. So
I
exactly.
just because my
Yes,
mind is
yes,
still like, every mom needs a
yes,
bunch of wipes and diapers and, stuff.
yeah. Self
I
care things.
forgot,
Yeah.
I forgot the most important thing, and that is that Mercury is with the new moon together, just like 10 minutes apart. So so imagine on Thursday, this new moon, we're gonna have
Right.
the new moon is in the night, excuse me, so it's around 2 a.m. And then at 4 a.m., just 4:20, like 2.5 hours later, moon and, sun and Mercury, like, are going to have a gazimi. They're going to meet,
Oh, right.
right?
Gazimi. I did see that. I did see that. Yeah.
Right? So Mercury is with this new moon. So what kind of information and
Mm-hmm.
communication does Scorpio do? Research, secrets, behind the
Right.
scenes, deep digging,
Oof.
and we have Uranus
Oof.
opposing it, and Uranus is a change bringer. So it can bring sudden
Yes.
news.
Those of us who live in the U.S. know what I'm talking about. We know. We know. We got some stuff coming out, peoples. Mm-hmm.
All these files, all these information coming
Mm-hmm.
up every day. Like I don't know. There's lots of probably manipulation in it. It's just the way it is. But I'm saying there's a lot of things. So Mercury is with this new moon. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of brewing, a lot of
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
have that in mind. You know.
Absolutely.
Uh, Mercury in Scorpio is a great psychologist, a great researcher, like a forensics, right? Like doing
Yes.
forensics and all type of forensics,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Detective. It's a detective, right?
Yes. Let me
So,
just say something. I have a close
yeah,
friend, and she's a Scorpio, and I'm a Gemini, and she and I used to say that we should be the CIA should hire us because we would go in and find information that I said, Charlotte, we're good at this. But I realized what you're
yeah,
saying. Our signs together
yeah,
can really find out stuff and playing good cop,
yeah.
bad cop. I mean, we were pretty good at that.
Yeah, I know. I like it. Then Gemini collects information, then Scorpio goes, no, you go there and find, and then use
Yes.
Gemini
Yeah. We
cheat.
divide and conquer.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's hard to do it. So, and on the same day, on Thursday, then Uranus and Neptune are going to be sextile exactly. So we're going to have a lot of things happening on Tuesday, on Thursday. I mean, Thursday is going to be crazy, wild. Mercury is also very active when he goes back into a Scorpio, the last degree, right? He's going to make this grand trine. He's going to also, as I mentioned, he's part of this new moon, so it's opposing Uranus, trining Neptune. Um, it's retrogrades. It's coming back from the like. It's a things popping up from the past for sure, guys. I
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Next Friday, yes, the sun. Yeah, so next Friday, um, we're gonna have sun going into Sagittarius late. We can talk about it. Oh yes, we're gonna meet next Saturday. So I'm gonna mention this. Next Friday, the we are entering Sagittarius season at late Friday, 8:30
Okay.
p.m.
All right.
And then we're going to have like a whole new story. The last week of of November, it's going to be different flavor when we enter Sagittarius season. We'll talk about it next week. Until then, we have to kind of go these deep waters of Scorpio. We are finishing Scorpio season on a high note. Definitely on a high note.
Because I mean, I think it's been a very intense period of emotional healing, going deep, spiritual growth. And spiritual growth is not easy because you have to sort of like go deep. You got to go through a lot of stuff. You don't need to read. And this is something I read that was so important. No, it wasn't something I read. Dr. Joe Dispenza said that he said he never asked people to relive some past painful or past emotions, especially the ones that are difficult. He said you just want to recall them enough to actually have them come up and deal with it. You don't have to actually go into the emotional space of it. You have to, so you don't have to, you can actually just view it dispassionately if you can, as much as you can, just to distill the lesson. And then, in other words, don't get rid of it, but just see it for what it is without having to actually, let me get into the emotion of it and relive and crank up that story. No, don't do that. That's not helpful to you. But just see it for what it is and see what the energy was trying to tell you. And so this way you could then then you gain the wisdom. He said that's how you gain your wisdom from that situation. And I thought that was very helpful because I used to, not so much anymore because it was too much. And it's like I've been on the planet too long to go through some of those older emotions that were too heavy. They were too, they would slow me down, and bring me down.
Personally, yes, I'm going through some. My dad is not well, to be honest. He needs
I'm sorry to hear that.
He needs a special care. I don't want to go into details, but it's been a hard week dealing with that. So
is he in hospital or is he in hospital?
He's at home at the moment. They didn't want to keep him in hospital, but we are looking for a home some home like a nursing home. He needs to go into a nursing home. And it's been hard because he's with my brother there and I'm here, and it's just it's emotionally very hard, right, to deal with that stuff. And it's interesting that Jupiter just went retrograde when this happened, and Jupiter is ruling my 4th house of father and home and roots.
Right.
And it's in Cancer.
Oh.
So it's going back because he's been he's anyway, I don't want to talk about him, but I'm saying it's just it's bringing back situations from the past, and now they're now you have to kind of deal with it. It's also interesting that Saturn. I'm just telling you guys so you understand how astrology kind of works in practice.
Of course.
Thank you guys for love. I'm thank you. Thank you so much. It's really nice of you. Yes, I think he needs all the prayers at the moment. So Saturn went retrograde in my 6th house of everyday responsibilities and work and commitment, stuff. So there's also now I have another obligation. I know it's my dad. It's not like obligation, but it is because I have to. We have to logistically work every day to do things. So
where is he? Is he in Canada or is he back?
No, he's in Croatia. Yeah,
he's in Croatia.
Yeah, so I'm far away. So it's I have to. I can help so much from here, and I don't know. My brother says I don't have to go there; that he will handle everything. So, but it's still hard because
of course it is. Yes.
Hopefully, yes. The problem is that he has a pain in his hip, and he cannot get surgery because he has a weak heart.
Okay.
So he's in pain, cannot take care of himself anymore. So, and I don't know if surgery is an option at this point because of his heart condition.
It's not an option, right? Okay.
It's still kind of but it's very risky. So
yes.
So he's in pain, and anyway, so that's why it's not good because when you see somebody suffering that you love, it's not kind. So this water trines and all this stuff is just even emphasizing more on on the emotional side of things, right?
Absolutely, I can see that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. That's so nice. Look, pray. So his name is Branko. I don't know if you can. It's like brown cow. That's how you can remember.
Yeah.
Branko.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Thank you all for your kind words. I didn't want to talk about it, but just astrology-wise, I want you to know how it's interesting when rulers of one of your houses in the horoscope do things, they activate it.
They
Like
activate it. Yes.
transits activate, you know.
Right.
Things are
Yes.
always there, but transits kind of activate those things.
They do.
Yeah, like you can have a planet go through your house, like for a long time period. Like, you know, it's not going to be like, you know, say Pluto is in your house for 20 years of relationships. You're going to have 20 years of fighting. No, it's not. But when it triggers, when it stations, when it changes directions, or when it's doing something towards some other planet from a different house, then it's activated, right? It's not
Yes.
always. So it's interesting because it went retrograde, so, you know, it's coming back. Anyway, that's it from me. I don't know what else to say. It's gonna be
No, that's a lot.
intense week,
Yeah.
intense week.
Intense
Yeah,
week. Yeah.
yeah. When we move into Sagittarius season next Friday, I'm gonna have some better news for you guys. So
Okay.
we're gonna talk because we're gonna have another grand trine after. Next,
Okay. All
so
right.
this next week we have with the Sun. So
Right.
Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune are always the players. Then you're gonna have Sun first, then Mercury, and then Venus,
Okay.
because
Okay.
Venus is in Scorpio as well. So they're gonna change all these personal planets, but these big boys are still there. So what is, you know, Jupiter, Saturn? Jupiter, Saturn it's a financial thing as well.
Uh-huh.
It can be about, you know, having, you know, I like Saturn and Jupiter transits because Jupiter can go over the top, and then Saturn kind of tells him, okay, this is how far you can go. You know, you cannot go further, and Jupiter gives a little bit of joy to Saturn. It tells him, come on, cheer up. You know, not everything is so dark. So
Yes.
kind of,
Yes.
I kind of like them together because they help each other, you know, to see the other
Oh,
side,
good.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So that's, but remember, a lot of water. Remember, we can drown in it.
Yeah.
We need to know how to breathe
Right.
when we swim,
Yes.
when we're in the waters, to keep ourselves floating. You need to know how to breathe. If it's dark and muddy, as can be, we need to find a way out if we can. Yeah, a lot of emotions, a lot of
Yeah.
emotions.
And and sometimes when they get to be a lot, if, this is time to reach out to a friend or whatever. Don't feel
Yeah,
like you have to swim by yourself. In other words, don't fight like it's like riptides. Don't fight the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
tide.
yeah,
If
yeah, yeah,
someone's
yeah.
coming to help you, then let them grab you and bring you close to shore,
Oh, I like
because
that.
it's there's a guy I follow on YouTube. His name is Reese Waters, and he says I'm troubled, because that's an old song, "A Bridge Over Troubled Waters." But
Yes.
he's
Oh,
funny.
I
Yeah,
like
he's a
that.
comedian, and he says,
I
I'm
love that.
troubled. Yeah, and right now,
I
like,
love that.
yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it's funny, but it's true. Because sometimes we have,
yeah,
troubled
yeah, yeah.
waters.
Yeah, yeah,
Waters
yeah, yeah,
can
yeah.
be, sometimes we still. I mean, it could be harsh waters, even nice water. We can still have to watch over too much. Water is such a powerful element. That
Right?
mhm.
Too much, like water can be so powerful. Like I'm thinking, you know how sometimes there's a little leak, you think nothing, and then, drop by drop, you don't pay attention, all of a
Yes.
sudden, like,
Yeah.
I just never,
Exactly.
that, right?
Yeah. hmm
It's the power of the little, step by step, right? So it's all, I love how in the nature we can see the forces when it's too much of something.
Yes.
We can
Yes.
see the tsunamis, the
Right.
floods,
Yes.
and you can
Typhoons and stuff. Right.
typhoons, right?
Yes.
Even the fires, when there's too much fire, when it's too,
Right.
you can't. So when it's too
hmm
much of anything, it can be
Yeah.
really tornado as the air,
Right.
you know, right?
And now
So,
with Uranus back
oh,
in Taurus. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say this new moon now that it can be like a tornado because it's opposing this new moon. Uranus is opposing it in Taurus. It can feel like
Oh,
a tornado.
a
It can feel
tornado,
like a
huh?
tornado.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking now that I remember. Yeah, it can feel like a tornado. Like
Oh.
a lot of news, a lot of things are gonna happen with
Oh,
this
yeah,
week.
I think this is going to be. I
Yeah,
have a feeling that, Pam Gregory, and she was saying,
yeah,
she's been saying for years now, she said that this year, something's going to come out that's going to blow us out the water. And that's the phrase I would say. I would tell my neighbor friends that I would tell them about. I tell them about Pam Gregory, Steve Judd, others that. So when they say these things at the beginning of the year, or in anticipation of the coming year, and I say, man, and I said, what has nothing's happened thus far that to me rises to that occasion. But I'm thinking that something's going to happen, and we're going to be like, I can't believe that, and then we'll
Yeah.
have arrived at the shores of
Yeah.
that momentous reveal or something, you know. So,
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think we are
hmm
cleaning up before the real conjunction that happens in February in Aries.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So
So we're getting
something.
our prep work.
Mm,
This is our prep
yeah.
work, you know.
Mm, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
with this, I made a note to myself with this these grand trines that
Mm-hmm.
it's such a good time to and the retrograde in Sagittarius
Mm-hmm.
and then Scorpio and the Sagittarius is that we could do a lot of that. There's such work. I mean, that's why they're intense. We can go
Yeah.
within and do some work, and then we're dealing with stuff on the outside. So
Mm-hmm.
that we're trying to get. It's almost like a boot camp. To me, it's like a spiritual boot camp
I love it.
before we get to
I love
that
it.
February energy, which
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
we're
We
having
need
it
to get
individually
prepared.
and collectively, right? Yeah, right.
You know how people say I'm preparing for summer body. I'm
Yes,
preparing my
yes,
summer body, whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
uh, yeah. Oh, so I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what is the in water? Yeah. So we have also a kite.
Mm,
Um, so so we have the kites as well. So these are like, those are like um, it's like hidden talent is in it. So think about bow and arrow, like the kite, like it
okay.
looks like a kite, and then
Yes.
when you push, it goes there, right?
Yes.
And Pluto is at the apex.
Oh,
So
Pluto's at the
Jupiter,
apex.
so Jupiter is pulling the arrow and it's shooting to Pluto.
Okay. Ah. Ooh, interesting. So that could be an extraordinary amount of
It could,
transformational energy.
yeah,
Could be,
but it could be
right?
big. It could be big, because it's Jupiter is
Mm-hmm.
involved, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. It's
That
yeah, a
could be
lot.
big.
Yes. So it actually big those grand water trines is a healing energy as well, right? It is
Yes. Yeah.
we
Yes.
forgot to mention that it's a
Yeah.
healing
Yeah.
energy. So people who have those water grand trines in their charts are usually doctors or nurses or artists or healer, mystics or
Mm-hmm.
because those are people who actually want to help others, want to
Right.
take care of others, want to,
Yeah.
those who are in need, those are who are
Mm-hmm.
sick or old or kids or whatever. So there is, a. That's what I'm saying. We can maybe step into the healing part of ourselves in a way,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Just be careful because we can be overly sensitive and just take a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things personally.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
also with the water, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And with the Scorpio new moon, if we take something personal, it's not, and we took it wrong. You know how Scorpio is;
Mm-hmm.
they will never forget. So kind of,
Oh, that's
can be
right.
intense, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Forget
that's
about that.
another tip. I just
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, yeah.
So,
I
oh,
hope
okay. Well, you got us ready for the week, at least in the weekend. Glad we have a nice, easy weekend, and then
Oh yeah, yeah. And Monday, it's nice.
and Monday.
So
So that's nice.
yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Very
Even
nice.
even even Tuesday. I would say even
Okay.
Tuesday, the moon in Scorpio is gonna conjunct Venus on Tuesday. I forgot Tuesday. Yeah,
Okay.
so Tuesday is also nice. Like
Okay. So
up till
yeah.
Tuesday. On Wednesday, because we are approaching new moon, I wouldn't even dismiss Wednesday. Like I'm stretching it, but
Yeah.
because
Yes.
this this moon in Scorpio is actually after it finishes the square with Pluto is conjuncting Venus. It's trining Jupiter, trining Saturn,
Oh, nice
conjunct the
tries.
Sun,
Okay.
right? Because it's the new moon, and then it's going to be new
Right.
moon. So
Right. It's
so
new moon. That's right. It's conjunct the sun. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
so it's gonna have some lovely aspects up to it, but the thing is, the Uranus is gonna just shake it all up. It's like very
Yeah.
nice. All of a sudden, Uranus comes and shakes it all up because it's actually
Yeah.
a very
Uranus
nice
is yeah.
moon.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
making lovely aspects. It is we have these trines in the sky. It's very kind of nice in a sense,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
but then there is some kind of interruption. And
Oh
as you
yeah,
said, and Mars,
Uranus is yeah. Go ahead.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
and Mars and Venus are not doing anything, and just
Okay.
Mercury. So Mercury, Uranus, and the Moon, right? So those are, I mean, big boys. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
that's
yeah,
enough. Yeah.
yeah.
So okay,
I
so
would
we gotta
say
be on the
I would
lookout.
stretch it. Yeah, I would stretch to Wednesday just
To
to make.
Wednesday. Oh, nice.
I'm
That's
stretching. I'm
nice.
stretching it. I'm stretching it to Wednesday, and then Wednesday night.
Okay.
Let's say it starts. Let's say Wednesday
Okay.
evening,
Because this past
Eastern
week was
time.
rigorous. Good.
Yeah,
Good. Good.
yeah.
I'll
I'll
take it.
stretch it.
I think this past week gave us a drubbing. I mean, real like ugh. And so
Yeah.
to have
It wasn't. It wasn't a bad week, to be honest. We just
no
had this.
right
I mean, astrologically, that a lot of things. We had this Mars and Mercury conjunction. So
conjunction
those are
on
the.
Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah. So those are some news that we need to kind of
Well,
resolve,
that's when a lot
right?
of stuff started. A lot of stuff started coming out then too. Um,
Yeah, right. With Mars,
yeah.
that was the peak of last week. Mars, Mercury
Mm-hmm.
conjunction when everything came, and Jupiter and Mercury went retrograde. So
Yes.
there was stationing,
And
right? So that,
Sagittarius dealing with justice
yeah,
and yeah,
yeah,
karma. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah. So that was very potent, right? When
Yeah.
that was last week.
Yeah.
But this week we have new moon. After that we'll talk. After
After
that,
that, we'll talk. Yeah, we have enough for right
Sagittarius.
now. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Just chew on this.
Yeah,
Chew on
sure.
this.
This. Yes, yes. Well, I look at it this way too. All this water will help hydrate our spiritual, and
Yeah,
emotional, and mental bodies. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
In a sense, we just have to. It's going to help us
yeah,
look at that and actually, like I said, it's okay to be in our feelings. It's
yeah.
okay to be. We need to learn how to be in our feelings in a way that's. I don't want to say we tamp it down. It's good to have passion,
Mm,
but we have to learn how to manage it so we don't take
mm.
things out on other people that
Oh yeah.
perhaps are our frustrations. So just realize if it comes up, then apologize. You may not be able.
Mm,
It may get out, but then just as fast as it got out, just as fast to say, well, you know what? That's my stuff. Claim it's my stuff, and then
mm.
people understand. Okay, I get it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
because it's going to happen.
And
We're going to have some, runaway trains. I think, so.
yeah. And
Hmm.
just and then cry. Like cry guy. I always
Cry
recommend
is a
crying.
good thing.
I had a few good cries this week, as you can imagine, and I've just felt better after it because you have to let it go. If you hold
Yes,
that in
Scotty.
your it what is God to say? It's gonna it's, it's not
Yeah,
gonna be a good
yeah.
way. I don't think it's gonna
No,
be
yeah, but
good.
don't hold
Yes,
the tears in. Don't hold the
yeah.
tears in. Have a
Don't
good
hold it
cry.
here. No,
Yes,
no. I think the holding on to tears, it just makes you sick.
it does.
Like
It does.
it's not good.
I used to squelch as a young lady. I mean, young, like 40 years ago. I used to squelch my tears,
Yeah.
and I realized no. So now I equally laugh. As
Yes.
much as I laugh, I cry, and all you know what
Yeah.
I mean. They're equal
Mm,
emotions. So I don't know why I was holding back one because people do look at you
no.
funny if you cry about things. If
Yeah.
I cry happy tears, you cry sad tears. People get uncomfortable, but I think it's because is how we
Isn't
perceive it, right?
is
Yeah,
isn't that fascinating how
yeah.
crying is a taboo topic?
Taboo. Yes,
Isn't that
and
like
I took yeah.
why would crying make somebody but it's true, but why? Why would somebody cries? Why would it make me uncomfortable? How
Right.
how we were programmed that
Yes.
other people's crying makes us uncomfortable? Isn't that
Comfortable. Yeah.
awful? Isn't that
Yes. And then we
awful?
make them feel bad about crying and they're
Yes.
having an honest release or honest expression. A good example this week, Jimmy Kimmel had lost a
Mm.
dear friend and he
I
died.
read about it. I read
Oh,
about it. Yeah.
so I watched, I said, oh, I can handle this. I watched it, but he's talking about it. I cried like it was my best friend. I mean,
See?
me and Vesta in the bed with tissues all over the place, like my
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah.
But I also
But
admire him because he shows his
mm,
anger and his passion, and he
yeah.
laughs hard and he cries hard, and he
Yes.
does it in front
I
of
like
people.
that.
You
I
know what I
like
mean? And I said, now that's the way. That's a full panoply of emotion.
I
And
JeMaja, I think this is the tagline for next week.
what?
Laugh hard, cry hard.
Cry
There you go.
hard. Yes, yes,
That's yeah, laugh
yes,
hard, cry hard. That's how we're gonna
yes,
say goodbye
yes,
to Scorpio season this year. I
yes,
love it. I
yes.
love it. I'm gonna
You
quote
know
you.
what?
I'm
That's
gonna
good because
quote you on
Scorpio
this.
season is a hard season, so that's
Yeah, it
excellent.
is. It is. It
It
is.
is a
It
hard
is.
season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna cry hard for Scorpio season and laugh hard for Sagittarius season that is coming. Okay?
Sagittarius.
We're gonna we
Yes.
do it. You're gonna do
So we got to do
both.
cry hard
I
first.
love it.
Cry hard has to come first then,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Okay, because
You
that's
can mix
Scorpio.
it.
You can
Yeah,
mix it.
mix it.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, you can mix it.
okay,
You're flexible. You're
okay.
Geminis.
Be flexible,
You're
but yeah,
flexible.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing both. Well, I don't know about you, but I
Oh yeah.
cry and laugh at the same
Oh
time, and
yeah.
I get
Oh
hiccups.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. My son asked me, Mommy, is this happy tears or sad tears? He already
yes,
he knows that I have both. But
yes,
I like that. I don't want him to feel that crying is something wrong. So
yeah,
I showed him and I told him why I'm crying, and he understands, and he's so cute. Next morning he goes, Mom, are you
mm,
still sad? He's so cute.
yes, good.
I want him to know. I don't want him to grow up with crying taboo or this or whatever. This
Right.
is all part of life, and
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
life,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the honest emotions and stuff. So,
He has
okay.
moon in Scorpio. He can take it.
Oh, he sure
He's
can. He's a moon
it's
Scorpio.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this new moon is actually happening near his moon. He is 27 degrees moon Scorpio,
All
so it's gonna be
right.
interesting. So he has a new
Yeah.
chapter coming, Scorpio,
Yes.
little Scorpio.
Little oh, he's too cute.
I
All
know.
right.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, yes.
Have
Thank
a
you,
great
everybody. And hugs to
weekend.
you and your family. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Jasmina,
Thank you
for,
all for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you
yes. And we'll
all.
keep spell his name for me, your father's name, spell it so
Okay,
we know
okay.
it's
I'll
spelled
put it.
brown cow.
I know. I'm always
Type it in
laughing.
the thing. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. I did.
Okay.
That's the
Oh,
Croatian way.
Bronco,
But
Bronco. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
Bronco. Okay.
I was always making fun of him, so I have to laugh as well sometimes. It's
Yes,
life. Except when I started learning English, I called my dad brown cow.
Bronco.
I thought I thought it was funny, so
Yeah,
that's why.
yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
Okay.
excellent.
So
Thank you all
everyone
so
take
much.
well.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yeah, have a great weekend. Enjoy
you
this
too.
weekend, guys. Do something nice.
Yes,
It's Libra moon, so have fun with
yes.
friends and
Oh
loved
yeah,
ones.
Libra moon. That's my moon. That's my natal
Yes.
moon. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. It's
great.
your
That's probably why I'm
lunar
feeling
return.
better.
Yeah.
Yes, lunar
Yes.
return. Yes, it sure is. Yeah. All righty.
Bye,
Okay.
everybody. Thank
Bye
you so
bye.
much.
Hugs
Bye.
to you. Bye bye. See you next week. Oh, next Saturday? Is it next
Next
Saturday? What?
Saturday.
Next
Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.